This is my pastor Gabe Saldivar. I've been attending his church for about 3 years now. He just wanted to say a couple things about me.
I just wanted to just be a reference for James Vota. Again, my name is Gabriel Saldivar. I'm the pastor of Life Church of Orange. I've known James for close to 3 years. He's been attending faithfully the church. He's here every Sunday, and most Thursdays. We have a Thursday Bible study that he is involved. Basically, every time the church is open, James is here. Uh, James has had quite a change in his life, and his commitment to the Lord. He's a faithful Christian. He had a past, but that's not who he is any longer. He's no longer involved in drugs. He's always clean. Like I said, we see him at least twice a week. So there's no, and if he's ever gone, he lets us know in advance that he's not going to be with us, and he'll be, where he says he's going with his, on trips and what have you, or a, visit. But he's sober, and so we see the evidence of that every week, twice a week, up to twice a week usually. He also shows us, what he's been doing, helping people. There's several people on the streets that James goes out of his way to go help. And this is of his own accord that he does this, and so he's just a real encouraging person. He loves people. He cares about people. He loves his daughter, and he wants to have a restored relationship with her, and just he's trying to do his best to make that good with him and his daughter Sawyer. Like I said, I can say nothing but wonderful things about James. He's always of a good attitude, good heart. Every time we see him, he's never angry. He's never frustrated. He always has a wonderful demeanor, kind. Just he's a pleasure to be around. He's a blessing to be around. And so I just wanted to take this time to give testimony of James Vota and the person that I know and that I see each week. And so I'm asking as well, would you consider giving James more time with his daughter and to help that relationship to become much stronger? Thank you very much.
This is Pina Gallardo. She was my nurse for the last 5 years.
Nurse, caregiver.
Caregiver.
Yeah.
What do you think about me, Pina?
James is good at present.
Have I done a lot of
I,
things to
I
help
will write
people?
it. I will write in paper.
What the? Hello, how you doing? My name is James Vota. I'm 38 years old. Making this video just to kind of explain the person I am today. 10 years ago when I was married to Miss Valentine with my daughter Sawyer, I was a very different person, very selfish. I didn't care about anything else besides drugs. I had a really bad addiction, and I let that control my life. But in 2016, when I was homeless, something really helped me and saved my life. It's weird to say because a lot of people would be very bitter about what happened. I had an arterial venous malformation, brain aneurysm, and it pretty much knocked me off my feet and threw me to the ground. But it's been able to help me rebuild my life from the ground up. I'm working again. I'm back in my daughter Sawyer's life. It's been really tough because Sawyer was 3 years old when I had the aneurysm. So she doesn't really know where I went. She just knew that I was gone for good, which I was. I mean, she was 3 years old, and it took me working from 2016 to 2021 hard every day to get back in the position to fight for my daughter. I didn't really want to fight for my daughter until I knew I was ready to fight for her and I was going to be a good example for her. And since then, I've done everything I can to be in my daughter's life, Sawyer. I mean, she's told me that she's cried pints of tears because I was gone. But she doesn't really quite understand where I was. I mean, when I had the aneurysm, it almost killed me several times. I've had 3, I don't know what they're called VP shunt surgeries, which are really, really intensive surgeries on the brain. And basically, I had hydrocephalus because of the aneurysm, just fluid buildup in my head, my brain. So I do something called a VP shunt, which basically they go in and they connect tubing. I'm not 100% sure exactly how it works. They pretty much put tubing where the leak is in your brain, where the aneurysm, the blood is. And it drains through your body, all the way through your body, into your stomach. So you can digest the blood for the rest of your life. That's how they deal with it. Anyway, I've had 7 brain surgeries. And I mean, it really, really made me rethink my life. And kind of get everything in order. And kind of get my priorities straight. My daughter's my number 1 priority. And I mean, it's been really hard. I mean, it's hard to see Sawyer just not wanting me in her life because I was gone so long. She was just used to mom, Miss Valentine. And she was okay with me being gone because her mom had a great time. But she doesn't realize I was in the hospital fighting for my life. I mean, several times I was in the ICU begging to talk to Sawyer just to hear her voice before I died. And Miss Valentine did not let that happen once. She said Sawyer didn't want to, which I understand. I mean, Sawyer didn't know where I was, and all of a sudden, 3 or 4 years later, when I'm reaching out to her to at least say hi to her and hear her voice, she said she didn't want to talk to me. But she doesn't quite fully understand, what I was going through, and how much I was going through trying to fight to be back in her life. So I miss my daughter very much. I love her very much. That's why I've worked so hard to get back where I was. I used to have a very, very bad addiction to narcotics because of the military. And that's one thing that really affected me and Miss Valentine's marriage, was me being so addicted to narcotics and letting that run my life. But, I mean, in 2016, I was entered into the Orange County Superior Court Telecare WIT program, which basically I was able to get clean in that program and leave all the drugs behind. I've only been doing good since then. So, I mean, I love my daughter Sawyer very much, and Cassie, I love her very much. I'm sorry I was gone. The person I was 10 years ago, I completely understand why you do not want me a part of Sawyer's life. I'm not that person anymore, Cass. I'm a much better man now. And again, I am very sorry for what I did to you and our daughter Sawyer. So I'm just hoping one day, I'm not asking you to forget, but maybe just to try to learn to forgive. And just realize I'm not that person. Maybe really try to help me and Sawyer's relationship grow. Because I think I am a good example for her now, and I only have good things to offer now, Cassie. So, I mean, I'd appreciate it if you can do that. And she trusts you the most, Cassie. You're her mom. You're her best friend. So until you trust me and start giving me a little bit of credit, she'll never trust me. So as much as I want to win Sawyer over, I also need to prove to you that I'm a different person. I know how much I hurt you. And anyway, I love Sawyer very much, Cassie, and I really want to be a part of her life. I worked really hard to get back to where I'm at today. Anyway, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for listening to me.